The 1968 quarter dollar, especially one with no mint mark, might appear to be just another ordinary coin in your pocket change. However, this seemingly common piece of American currency could actually be hiding an incredible market value of up to $11,000 in the right conditions. That's right. What was once worth just 25 cents could now be worth thousands of dollars to coin collectors and numismatists worldwide. So what makes this coin so valuable? Why do collectors go to such lengths to get their hands on one? And how can you tell if your 1968 quarter is worth a fortune? Let's dive deep into the fascinating history, hidden secrets, grading standards, and market dynamics of this ultra-rare coin. First, a bit of background. The 1968 Washington quarter is part of the widely known Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The coin features Washington's profile on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse features a bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath, symbolizing strength and peace. The standard 1968 Washington quarter is made of a clad composition of copper and nickel, weighing 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 meters. However, when we talk about the 1968 no mint mark quarter, we're discussing something far more special. Now, here's where things get interesting. Quarters minted in Philadelphia traditionally didn't carry a mint mark, which leads to confusion when discussing rare no mint mark quarters. However, in 1968, no quarters were officially minted in Philadelphia. They were produced in Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. So a 1968 quarter with no mint mark at all is considered an error or anomaly, and this is precisely why it's so incredibly valuable. It's believed that a very small number of 1968 quarters were mistakenly struck without the required mint mark, making these coins exceedingly rare. But rarity is just one piece of the puzzle. What also drives the market value up to $11,000 is the coin's condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated, or mint state, MS condition, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command premium prices at auctions and among private collectors. In fact, one of the highest prices paid for a 1968 no mint mark quarter in nearly perfect condition was $11,000, thanks to its combination of rarity, error, and immaculate preservation. Let's talk about what collectors look for. A coin graded. MS65 or above should have a sharp strike, clean surfaces, and no major contact marks. Luster, the way light reflects off the surface, is also crucial. Quarters with full original luster are especially desirable. If your 1968 quarter shows these characteristics and lacks a mint mark, get it professionally appraised immediately, as it could be worth thousands. Another reason why the 1968 no mint mark quarter is so sought after is because collectors love a good mystery. The exact number of these error coins released into circulation remains unknown, which only adds to their appeal. Combine that mystery with their visual similarity to regular quarters, and you have the perfect candidate for an undervalued treasure, hiding in plain sight. Some have been accidentally spent or tucked away in coin jars, and to this day, many people are unaware they may own a small fortune. Market trends also influence the value. As more people become interested in coin collecting, the demand for rare coins with historic or error-related significance increases dramatically. Online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stax Bowers have recorded skyrocketing values for rare coins, including those from the Washington Quarter series. Even coins with minor variations or errors, such as off-center strikes, double, dies, or planche flaws can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. And when you consider that the 1968 no mint mark quarter combines both an error and rarity, you can understand why the market places such a high value on it. If you're wondering how to find one, your best chance lies in checking older coin rolls, coin jars, or estate sales where coins might have gone unnoticed for decades. You should also familiarize yourself with grading scales, learn how to spot high-quality strikes, and stay updated with the latest market auctions. Remember, even if your coin is circulated, it can still be worth something if it has a rare feature, like the missing mint mark. But there's more to this than just the dollar amount. The 1968 no mint mark quarter symbolizes the excitement and allure of coin collecting. How history, craftsmanship, and chance can combine to turn everyday change into a national treasure. These coins tell stories about the minting process, human error, and the evolving appreciation of historical artifacts in modern markets. If you happen to own a 1968 quarter with no mint mark, consider having it graded by a top-tier grading service, like NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, or PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. A certified grade can significantly boost your coin's credibility and value, making it much easier to sell at top dollar in auctions or private sales. To conclude, the 1968 no mint mark quarter dollar is more than just a rare error coin. It's a numismatic gem with the power to transform a small investment into a life-changing discovery. With its market value soaring to $11,000, this coin deserves serious attention from collectors, historians, and investors alike. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just a curious individual checking your spare change, this coin proves that hidden treasures still exist. So, take a look through your old coins. That unassuming quarter from 1968 might just be your golden ticket. Next up, the 1978 quarter dollar, especially one bearing the D mint mark from the Denver Mint, is stirring up excitement in the coin collecting community. At first glance, it may seem like just another worn coin from the late 70s, lost in a sea of loose change. But what if we told you that a certain 1978 D Washington quarter could be hiding an extraordinary value of up to $10,000? Yes, it's true, and it's catching collectors and even seasoned numismatists by surprise. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious coin hunter, this could be the opportunity of a lifetime. The mystery behind this coin's shocking value isn't just about age. It's about condition, minting errors, and rarity that's turning heads in today's booming rare coin market. Let's start with the basics. The 1978 D quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, introduced in 1932 and continuing through the present day. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse features a left-facing bust of George Washington, the revered founding father and first president of the United States. On the reverse, you'll find a powerful bald eagle with spread wings perched atop a bundle of arrows, flanked by olive branches, symbolizing America's strength in peace. The D mint mark, located just to the right of the bow in Washington's Ichi. Hair signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. In 1978, hundreds of millions of quarters were produced, but only a tiny fraction possessed the unique characteristics that make them incredibly rare and valuable today. So, what exactly sets the $10,000 1978 D quarter apart from the ordinary? The answer lies in a combination of ultra-high grading condition, minting anomalies, and collector demand. Coins that have been preserved in mint state condition, meaning they show absolutely no wear from circulation, are highly sought after. But not just any mint state will do. We're talking about coins graded MS68 or higher, a nearly flawless example with perfect strike quality, blazing luster, and zero distracting marks. These are the true stars of the numismatic world. In fact, grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have certified only a minuscule number of 1978 D quarters at such elite levels. And when these coins show up at auction, collectors don't hesitate to pay thousands or even 5 figures for them. Interestingly, mint errors are another factor that catapult a coin's value into the stratosphere. On the 1978 D quarter, errors like off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, or clipped planchets are exceptionally rare, and when found in uncirculated condition, they can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars by themselves. Combine an error with a high grade, and you're looking at a coin that collectors dream of owning, one that can sell for up to $10,000 or more, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. Imagine finding one of these in a forgotten coin roll, or tucked inside a box of old collectibles. You might be holding a treasure without even realizing it. The story of the 1978 D quarter is not just about rarity. It's about timing and demand. In recent years, the numismatic market has seen explosive growth as more people turn to collectibles as a form of investment. Coins with historical relevance, perfect condition, and unique attributes are being snapped up at record prices. Auction. Houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have witnessed dramatic bidding wars over modern coins that would have been considered common just a decade ago. The 1978 D quarter in ultra-high grade now sits among these elite coins, proving that you don't have to go back centuries to find numismatic gold. Let's not forget the emotional and nostalgic value attached to coins from the 1970s. This was a transformative decade for the United States, filled with cultural shifts, economic changes, and political milestones. Owning a pristine 1978 D quarter is like holding a slice of that history in your hands. For some collectors, it's not just about value. It's about connecting with the past, appreciating the artistry of coin design, and preserving a tangible piece of Americana. If you think you may have a valuable 1978 D quarter, the first step is to examine its condition carefully. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair, full lines in the eagle's feathers, and strong rims. If the coin appears untouched by circulation, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Even if your coin isn't an MS-68, grades in the MS-66 or MS-67 range can still command hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on market demand. Also, be wary of cleaning your coin. It can destroy its value. Collectors and grading services prefer coins in their original state, even if they appear slightly tarnished. Original luster, strike quality, and surface preservation are all critical factors in determining market value. A coin that has been cleaned or altered in any way can lose 80 to 90% of its potential value. So, always handle valuable coins by the edges and keep them in protective holders to maintain their condition. Now, here's where this story gets even more exciting. There are documented cases where ordinary people found a rare 1978 D quarter tucked away in a family coin collection or inherited jar of old change. After grading and authentication, these coins fetched thousands at public auctions. What started as a casual discovery became a thrilling journey into the world of rare coins, filled with learning, excitement, and serious financial reward. Ensue. The age of technology, platforms like eBay, great collections, and whatnot make it easier than ever to research and sell coins. If your 1978 D quarter is indeed a rare gem, these platforms can expose it to a global network of eager buyers. Some collectors focus specifically on Washington quarters by year and mint, making even small errors or superior condition examples highly desirable. The 1978 D, with its scarcity in top grades and potential for hidden minting mistakes, is fast becoming a collector's favorite. In conclusion, the 1978 D Washington quarter dollar is a coin with much more value than most people assume. Its worth can range from 25 cents all the way up to $10,000 or more, depending on its condition, rarity, and collector interest. Whether you're a passionate collector, an investor looking for hidden gems, or someone simply curious about what might be hiding in your change jar, this coin is a reminder that treasure still exists in unexpected places. So check your coins. You koi. Never know when a 1978 D quarter might turn into a life-changing find. Next up, the 1988 quarter dollar, minted in Denver and proudly bearing the D mint mark, might look like just another ordinary coin to most people. But to the trained eye of a collector, it could be a secret treasure worth up to $8,000. It's not just about age or being from the 1980s. This coin stands out because of a perfect storm of numismatic rarity, collector demand, and unique minting qualities. Hidden within the everyday change that passes through hands across America, a rare 1988 D Washington quarter may be waiting to be discovered. Flawless, pristine, and ready to make headlines. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating coin. The obverse features the iconic portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, with clean and proud lines that honor the legacy of America's first president. His bust faces left, the word liberty stretches above, and in God We Trust rests on the left side of his face. Below the neckline is the date 1988, and to the right of the bow in Washington's hair lies the small but important D mint mark, indicating this coin's origin at the Denver Mint in Colorado. On the reverse, the classic bald eagle wings, outstretched, clutches a bundle of arrows, with olive branches symbolizing peace below. A beautiful, symmetrical design, And yet, this isn't what sets the $8,000 version apart. To uncover that kind of value in a 1988 D quarter, you'll need to consider three major factors: condition, rarity, and errors. A coin must be in mint state, that is, uncirculated and showing no signs of wear, to command serious attention. But among mint state coins, only the most pristine, those graded MS-68 or higher by top certification bodies like PCGS, Professional. Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, have reached the $8,000 tier. These coins are rare, not just because of their grade, but because maintaining this level of perfection after decades of existence is incredibly uncommon. In fact, the population of MS-68 graded 1988 D quarters is extremely limited. Collectors, across the country, and even globally, compete fiercely for the few known examples, driving auction prices higher with each new sale. These aren't coins that you find every day, but they are out there. People have discovered them in old collections, forgotten piggy banks, and even in overlooked rolls of quarters from banks. With the rise of digital marketplaces and online auctions, more eyes are searching for these rare coins, and the demand continues to grow. But there's another exciting layer to this story: minting errors. Some 1988 D quarters have left the U.S. mint with striking mistakes, making them even more valuable. Collectors and numismatists treasure these oddities: double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, missing clad layers, and even broad-struck coins that were pressed outside the collar. When these errors are paired with high mint state condition, the result is often a coin that's both historically intriguing and financially astonishing. These are the kinds of coins that don't just make it into collections, they become centerpieces. What adds another layer of fascination to the 1988 D quarter is its era of origin. The late 1980s were a time of transition for the United States, economically, politically, and culturally. The Cold War was nearing its end, new technology was beginning to emerge, and American coin production was becoming more precise, but not perfect. That slight inconsistency is exactly what makes the rarest 1988 D quarters so thrilling. They represent a moment when history and minting crossed paths to produce something special. They're not just currency, they're artifacts from a dynamic era. If you're lucky enough to find a 1988 D quarter in what appears to be exceptional condition, don't dismiss it. First, examine it under bright light or magnification. Look for sharp edges, full detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, bright original luster, and most importantly, no signs of wear. Then, if it looks promising, submit it to a grading service for professional evaluation. A high grade can mean the difference between a $5 coin and one that fetches $8,000 at auction. It's also important to protect your coins the right way. Store them in non-PVC holders, keep them away from moisture, and handle them only by the edges, ideally while wearing cotton gloves. The tiniest fingerprint or scratch can significantly drop a coin's grade and value. Remember, the coins that hit the highest market prices are those that remain untouched by time or mishandling. The journey of a valuable coin isn't just about finding one. It's about understanding its place in history, its visual beauty, and its potential for financial return. The 1988 D quarter checks all the boxes. It might be hiding in plain sight, resting in an old coffee tin, stuck inside a cash register, or even nestled within a set of inherited coins from a family member who had no idea of its worth. These stories make the hunt exciting and personal. Each discovery feels like unearthing buried treasure. And what makes all of this even more accessible is the world of online auctions. Platforms like eBay, Great Collections, and even major auction houses offer the stage where these rare 1988 D quarters shine. Some have been listed with reserve prices of several $1,000s, while others have triggered bidding wars between collectors desperate to add a top-tier example to their sets. Watching a seemingly simple quarter sell for over $7,000 or $8,000 is both thrilling and inspiring. It proves that everyday coins still have the potential to astonish. So, what does this mean for you? It means now is the time to check your change, search your drawers, and revisit your childhood coin albums. That dull-looking 1988 D quarter might be worth more than you ever imagined. With the right condition and possibly a mint error, it could be one of the few elite examples worth thousands of dollars. The thrill is in the search, and the reward is real.